guys, we're headed to Zmax Dragway in the SS. It's their Friday night drag race wars, whatever the hell it's called. And car's basically, you know, I haven't changed it since I got a dyno to 553. I have a set of drag radials in the trunk. Well, one's in the trunk, one's in the rear back seat. And we're going to see how this thing does. one done. Okay guys, as you just saw, you saw the footage from all 5 runs that I went and took the LSA SS to Zmax Dragway. I was actually very impressed with the runs. You know, I got 5 runs in, and my best run of the night was a 12.16 at 117 miles an hour, so that's a really low 12. And the weather was probably in the high 80s, low 90s, and it was really humid out, and it was threatening to rain all night, so that was another factor. So it's a hot, humid summer day down here in the south, and it was threatening to rain, and finally it did open up on us after my last run. But 12.1, I mean, I'm stoked with that. And this car, you know, the LSA, it's a basic bolt-on car. It's got stock LS3, stock head, stock cam, stock LSA pulley. You know, I haven't done anything to the car really, just bolted on the LSA blower, the long tube headers from Cook's, and of course a catback and a custom cold air intake, and that's it. And some of you guys are really like hardcore numbers. So NA, you know, when the car was naturally aspirated, I took the car drag racing about 2 years ago. My fastest time was 13.6 at 106 miles per hour. So just in comparison, so I gained 11 miles per hour in the quarter, and I dropped over a second and a half. So I'm from a 13.6 to a 12.1 and 106 to 117. So dropped a second and a half in a quarter, and as well as 11 miles per hour. And I'll be and I did have the drag radials mounted, so a little bit better tire, the blower, the boost, and I've added, you know, I dropped all that time. So I'm more than happy with the setup on this car. You know, like I said, it's basically a bone stock car, just with the blower headers and a tune. But in comparison, you know, I've taken the Corvette is supercharged as well. It's got that Edelbrock E-Force blower on it. And I looked up my old time slips because I just happen to have a stack of them. The fastest that car I've ever gotten when it was NA was a 13.8 at 104 miles per hour. And the fastest quarter mile that I've ever seen on that car was a 13.1. So I've only dropped 0.6 of a second, and I gained about 6 miles per hour on that run. But the fastest trap that I've ever gotten in that car with the blower was 117. So, I mean, if you took like fastest trap to fastest NA trap, 104 to 117, that's 13 miles per hour, you know, that I've gained in that car. I just don't have the ET. And the one comment I did want to going back to the SS, that car, I'm not getting great 60 foots. I think my best of the night was a 1.9, and that was me doing a small burnout with the drag radials and brake torquing it to like 1500 RPM. I really need to work on pulling up to the tree, getting the car lined up, and then like brake torquing it to a proper RPM. I really only got that, so I did 5 runs in. I maybe only brake torqued it like once or twice. So, you know, that's probably where I got the 1.9 60 foot, but just something I need to work on personally. So in closing, I am more than happy with the results that I've got. I mean, a 12.1 at 117, that's probably what most people will see with a setup like this. And I'm the first person to admit, I suck at drag racing. I'm not a great drag racer. I only do it a few times a year. Sometimes I go even years before I even get back to the drag strip. So just another thing to keep in mind. Some people might be running way better NA times, way better LSA times, but these are my results, and like I've said, I'm ecstatic. Like I'm totally pumped. So the title's not totally clickbait. The car is fine. I mean, I drove home, you know, I changed the drag slicks, the radials back to street tires. Nothing's wrong with the driveline. It drove home just fine. But what did I blow up? I blew up my best personal ET. You know, my best on that car, and actually better than the Corvette, was a 13.1 in the Corvette. I went a full second faster with the SS. So, and that car weighs probably 700 pounds more. The only difference is it's an automatic, so it's easier to launch. So yeah, I blew something up, my personal ET. So I hope you guys enjoyed the footage of the drag racing. I know some people aren't into it, some people are, but I wanted to give everyone my real world numbers, you know, with track numbers. Everyone has dyno sheets, but I've got a couple updates on the SS coming up, mostly with the intake stuff, some wire cleanup. I got a few projects coming up for the Corvette. So if you guys like the video, give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do. Thanks everyone, have a great day.